we've looked at the Indivision AG MK3, the Amiga 500 keyboard on the Amiga 1200 solution, and looked at the Eyetech EZ Tower and optical, zip, hard drive, and floppy drives in the last 3 videos of this Amiga 1200 setup series. Today, we're gonna finally get started on the build itself. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to keep up to date with my videos in this series and other videos. PCBWare are an electronics PCB prototyping company who deal with many different types of PCBs, such as flexible, rigid flex, multi-layer, and HDI types. You can choose from many different types of PCBs, whether it's a standard, inexpensive, for simple projects, or an advanced complex PCB for your more high-precision electronics projects. They are a one-stop solution since they also deal with 3D printing, injection molding, sheet metal fabrication, and CNC machining. Your personal projects can be shared on their website, and there is a PCB Projects on the Week section with many videos. It's one of those screwdrivers I found in my dad's toolbox, which, you know those screwdriver you have that magically just fits every screw somehow? It's one of them. So I just nicked it and I kept it. And somehow miraculously it's still with me. I'm using it on my second one. Right, so we have already 2 CD-ROMs here. I'm curious on what the top one actually is. It looks like a CD writer, to be honest. And I'm wondering if it's compatible with MakeCD. So let's... I hate these type of cases. You know, the ones that... They're not slide ones. They're these really old style ones. The AT ones. Which... The entire thing... Trying hard not to slice my fingers open completely. I put so much force on this and slip. Oh my god, finally. Okay, seems to be a SCSI adapter here. I remember seeing that. Right, I've got a feeling this is actually a CDR H94S. I've got a feeling this is compatible with MakeCD, you know. Thank you, previous seller of, or previous owner of this, for leaving this in. I wonder if it works. It's a shame that you can only put 4 ID drives in here. Okay, so it's Sanyo 1, Sanyo Electric Co. And it's the CDR H94S. Now I need to check the MakeCD compatibility list to see if this is one of them. I've got a feeling it is. I've got a feeling it works. Magic screwdriver. Now this other drive just seems to be some cyber drive. Ooh, I've never heard of this before. It's a cyber drive, 24 speed one. That's cool. Okay. Can use it as a spare one for something, or a test one. I mean, this is a 250 watt one. I mean, that's, the wattage is enough. It's just I'm wondering about the reliability of this, especially after all these years. Tower is so huge I can't put all of it in the frame. So these LED connectors here. I want to do a bit of a advanced LED activity light setup. You know, that's with the case, but as well as, you know, some lights here. But for now, let's install the drives here, so at least I've got a space rather than lying around on the desk. So the top bay here, I've got plans for that, which you'll see later on in this series. Okay, slot drive. no shelf on that. There we go. DFO, DF1. You know what? I swear things have legs. When you're looking away, the legs grow out and they start crawling away. Because I can never find anything which I've just put down in a specific place. It somehow seems to have moved. Okay, so we have the Gotek drive here. And we have a zip drive here. I don't know if that's gonna annoy a lot of people there. The fact that these colors are vice versa. I'm gonna get some flack for that, I know it. I don't know, I just wanted to see what it looked like, if it looked cool vice versa or no. I might swap it around, to be honest. Because that does look a bit messy. So which do you prefer? The sensible way or the vice versa way? To be honest, I do prefer this way. I just wanted to see what the other one looked like. Do you remember vice versas? The chocolate, the one with the... I used to like them, but I mean, I don't like white chocolate normally. It's not chocolate. I'm sorry, white chocolate is not chocolate. It's just sugary mess that makes you feel sick afterwards. But yeah, I did like vice versas. Anyway, so we've got that. I don't think there's anything else to connect here, so not at the moment. I'm sure I'll find something at some point, but I've got the top one reserved. It really is a shame I cannot connect an extra IDE, which I can use for this, the CD writer. So this beauty of a drive goes in here, like this. And that's it, I just need to screw these in, especially this one. I don't know why it doesn't have any shelves there. I suppose because if it's a server thing, you have a lot of SCSI devices which take up 2 bays. I'm not going to put the Amiga in there now. It comes here, by the way. There is a bottom bit for it, which the base for it, which you put it in and it screws into that. It's around here somewhere. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give this a clean first. Because the one thing I've noticed about these drives, because they are modified PC drives, they don't accept floppy disks with you know, the HD floppies with a hole in there. You have to cover the hole like I have with this one for them to work, and I cannot be bothered doing that, right? So I'm just gonna, you know, that switch which is there, I'm just gonna short it, as in solder a bridge across the terminals. You know, put tape on every single floppy disk that has the hole, because the floppy disk double density are really stupidly expensive now. It's hard to get a hold of them because obviously they're not manufactured anymore, but well, even high density ones are not, but they're more common somewhat. To be honest, the double density ones are actually more, I find they're a bit more reliable. Well, even I'm saying the earlier the floppies, the floppy disks, the more reliable they are. Right, we need to find this, look at the switch here. Okay, so obviously that one's got a hole in there. A double density one in there should be. Yep. So I just need to bridge those two terminals there. Another thing that's been bothering me is that with regards to this Gotek thing, the Gotek and the DFO, what I'm gonna need is a cable that has two. So I'm gonna need like a parallel cable really with two connectors. I mean, it'd be good to get, you know those cables that you use for the big box Amigas to put two internal floppy drives in? You know, one of those cables would be ideal right now. Rather than trying to get a hold of one of them, I'm gonna mod this cable. It's got a twist in it. This twist, for as far as I know, is for the PC, when you use PC drives in it. So that's gonna be no use to us. I'm gonna have to take that out and retwist that back again. The twist, if I'm correct, on the PC, it's to make the drive be recognized as drive A or disk A. If you twist it, like if you do the normal Amiga way, it gets it recognized as disk B. I think the Amiga floppy wiring, it's got its own twist. It's got these spikes going into the cable or the wires. I just wanna. I think it's just about lining them up properly. Because I've clamped that down, I need to test that first to see if it works right. Okay, nice. It's alive. It's making the right noises. Let's see if it actually loads the disk. That sounds like it's working. Okay, we just need to put a second connector on the cable itself. Right, so DFO is this top one here. Let's take this out. DFO is this top one here, and the Gotek is here. So I need to make the cable, or the second connector on the cable, make sure it actually fits. I want some, it needs to go here, but I want some clearance, just to give it a bit of space. So we're talking just here on the cable. Yeah. And there's enough room to connect to the Amiga. I might just give it a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Just to give some more slack. So I'd say around about here. Make a little score line. Okay, so two connectors there. I've got a third one here. It comes from my scrap box. And all I need to do is just... Okay, just gonna make sure this lines up correctly on the cables. And confession time, I've never done this before. So this is the first time. If I need something done, I tend to be the type to just, yeah, okay, I fear it and everything, but just like anyone would. Because the fear of the unknown is natural, but I push past that, and believe me, I push myself past that. to make sure it's done. It's gone into the cable correctly. You can see that it's all nice and aligned. I just need to push it further. I think there's probably a special tool that you do this with. I don't recommend doing this. I'm doing this because I'm crazy. And I just want this done. I can't be bothered spending extra on a cable, floppy cable, and waiting for the cable. Okay, so now I have a cable with 3 connectors, one that goes in the Amiga and 2 drives. Okay, testing the port, which I just created on the connector, on the cable. Perfect, it works. So I can connect the Gotek on the DF1 parallel and just their powers, have them switch. Fantastic. I wish to thank all of my patrons for the support. A big thank you goes especially to the following top tier patrons who have gone all out their way with their generosity: Rich Garbett, Axel Dominator, Corey Ostman, Mark Bosak, Monochrome Minago, and Chris Sebelinski. A big thank you and respect goes to each and every one of you who are supporting me and all what I do in some sort of way. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much.